Hey, I'm going to do a reading for Sagittarius. And it's for just the current energies, a short period of time, like the next 7 to 10 days. So take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story, right? And as always, I sure do appreciate you. And if you appreciate me, hit that like button. It really helps me out. All right. Scorpio. Let's take a look. Scorpio. Are you dealing with a Scorpio? I just did Scorpio. Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. So Sagittarius, we're not feeling so good. Some of you are feeling a little remorseful is the word I get. I don't know what that's about, but let's take a look and see what's happening. All right. So listen, I feel as if there's big shift and change happening in your world. All right. This is Bella, by the way. She's new. I am fostering her. Not sure how long she'll last, but anyway, here she is. Bella, sit down. Sit. Good girl. All right. So, yeah. So let's see what's going on, Sagittarius. Maybe some of you Sagittarians get a new animal. I don't know. But anyway, let's see what's going on. We do see here you're coming out as the Four of Cups. So when I see the Four of Cups, sometimes this is an energy where, you know, you don't know what to do about a situation that may have gone bad. Maybe things were going really, really good and you were really, really happy and now you're not. When I also see this Four of Cups specifically here, you know, you may be turning to other substances to kind of help you figure things out in life. Because I feel as if there's just something that is really bothering you. Because you used to be happy, now you're not. So let's see what that is all about. Now, what's crossing over you, we have this Seven of Cups. So I feel as if there's a situation where maybe somebody around you, or maybe this is you, is starting to look at, you know, other directions. You know, maybe they're not so much connected to you. Maybe they want to do something different. But I feel like, you know, whatever it is, if you're dealing with someone, you're kind of really upset that they are, you know, looking away from you and maybe, you know, looking at, you know, moving on. But I feel as if you know that this situation you were involved with, it wasn't going to go anywhere, right? We have this star coming out at your base, at the root of what's going on. It's like sometimes we have to say, you know, it's just not going to work out and I've got to move on. When I have the Five of Cups coming up, and this is just recently you made this decision that you need to go, or maybe the person you are with decided that they're not going to stay in this relationship with you. So I am feeling like some of you Sagittarians have recently gone through some kind of a breakup. But I don't feel like it's completely over. All right. And I say this, you know, I feel like, you know, even though somebody wants to go, there is like this hesitation in actually, you know, cutting this cord. You know, I don't know if really I want to go or I don't go. So I don't feel as if this is cast in stone just yet, Sagittarius. You know, I think in the end, you really want to have a good outcome. You want everything to be a win-win situation. And right now, you know, I think for you to just kind of move on doesn't feel like it's a win-win. It's almost like a win-lose situation. And that's not what you want either. So I think you're just trying here with this Death card is trying to figure out how can you change this so that it's not completely done, but it's not happening either. All right. Because when we sit on this Death card reversed, it's just like, you know, Sagittarius, that you've got to move on. You know, you've got to let go. I know you keep going back to like, well, maybe we can figure something out, right? Maybe there's another way. Maybe there's another way we can make this work. You know, maybe I don't have to really move on and go away, you know, because here, look at this Page of Wands. It's like, once you leave, you know, there's no turning back. So Sagittarius, we're at this point here with this Death card of like, I know I need to make that cut, that final thread. But you really don't want to do that, you know, because, you know, you want whatever the resolution is to your situation, Sagittarius. I really feel like you want this to feel good on both ends. That's going to be a hard challenge, you know, because one person, I think, wants this more than the other. So in doing so, let's see what happens. But I do feel like, you know, you have got to follow your own direction, all right? And I feel like, you want everything to come out okay. We have the Six of Wands here. I do think things are going to turn out okay. It's that fear of really making that break once and for all that scares you. But this is, I feel like, like I said, I don't feel like this is over. We have the Judgment card coming up, and, this is usually about second chances. But, I got to tell you, you can't hang on to something that doesn't want to be hung on to. All right. This energy of both the Judgment card and this Knight of Wands is saying, I gotta distance myself. I gotta make some decisions and kind of walk my own road. And even though, it may bring an upset, you can't just keep talking about it. I feel like this Knight says we want to be free, and we want to move away from an energy that has made us so unhappy and miserable. And I want to do what I do. So I really feel like, you really need to really decide, what do you want? Do you really want to go in this direction? Do you really want to make this break? And if the answer is yes, then I feel you do, all right? Because I do feel like with the Six of Swords, it reaches a point where, there's just too much static electricity going on now. It's never going to work, and it's really time for me to move on. So a lot of you Sagittarians are going to make the decision, to make a break with someone or some situation, because it's not working, right? And you've tried. I mean, the Star card here, it's like, not like you didn't try. I mean, you hung in there. Five of Cups says, you've done a lot to kind of hang in there. But now here it is. It's really time to really look at it truly from a neutral perspective, totally from that tree of life. I feel as if you've hung in that tree of life long enough, right? As a hanged man trying to figure out what direction you want to go in. But I think ultimately you're going to have to make this cut and this break. And it's going to hurt. It has to hurt, because there's emotions there. But, we're resilient. Don't worry. We're going to bounce back. And I feel as if, this is an energy where you say, I've really got to move away. And I need to at least take the space and the distance to really clear my head. But, so that you can make good decisions moving forward. I need to take one more card for you. Wheel of Fortune. To stay in the situation as you are, without making any changes, it's only going to get harder and more difficult. So I feel as if you have to really realize that, at this point, there's not much left to do but accept, that somebody may want to move away from you, or maybe you want to move away from them, because this Death card really wants something to end. So I feel like that's your message for this week, Sagittarius. What's on the bottom of the deck? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, I feel as if, you've lost a little bit of your focus and you want it back. I mean, that Ace of Pentacles says, I want to go do my thing. And I want to do it my way. And, you're going to start moving in that direction. A lot of times you may have put something off, something that you've really wanted. Here you are really focused on that thing that your dream come true, right? And I think you put it off long enough to, make somebody else happy. But now it's really time for you to make yourself happy, because you have to be true to you, Sag. And I feel like that's where you're at. So you are definitely moving towards something much better for you. All right. And, it's not always easy, but it's really what we have to do if we are to grow in this life. All right. So that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope it resonated with someone out there. As always, please take what works, leave what does not. We all know who we are in the story. All right. I'll see you all later. Bye now.